Hello, friends. Thank you so much for being here. In geography, the first five units comprises this lesson. So those who are coming to the 10th standard, first of all, they feel it's very heavy. How can I learn? No doubt, it's very easy topic. Okay, so once you find the tips and tricks how to solve the questions in a topography, you feel it's very interesting. Here I am to help you to give some basics of a topography. So if you need these tips and tricks and the basics of a topography, please watch till the end of this video. So let's get started into the topography. So before going to know more about topography, what is a topographical map? In smaller classes, you learned about the physical map, political map, thematic map, and different types of maps. Okay. But here we are discussing a new topic. What is that? What are topographical maps? Okay. So let's see what are these topographical maps. The term topography has been derived from two Greek words. First one is topo and second one is grapho. What is the meaning of topo and grapho? Topo means a place and grapho means to draw or depict. Okay, so this is the word meaning of this topography, a place to draw or depict. That means the first and foremost or the ultimate goal or the ultimate aim of this topographic map means to find or to locate a place to draw or depict. This topographical map shows the surface of the earth in detail. So topographical map is also known as topographical survey sheet or simply topo sheet. Okay, in every day we used to call this topo sheet, topo sheet, topo sheet. Okay, at least finishing till the 10th standard at the end of the academic year, 1,000 times you may recall this name topo sheet, topo sheet. Okay, so topographical map is derived from two Greek words, topos, graphos, and a place to draw or depict. These are the two parts of this meaning. Okay, and in topographical map, you don't need to learn or by heart so many theories. Okay, you understand the theories and you apply these theories in your map, then you can score 20 out of 20 mark. Okay, so we are going to discuss more about this topographical map, what are the tips, tricks and all. Okay, all topographical map shows two types of features. Okay, this is the first and foremost thing you must understand. What are the features this topographical map shows? Okay, the first one is physical features. Okay, in sixth standard and all, you learn what are the physical features like hills, waterfalls, passes, what all the physical mountains, lakes, seas, everything comes under the physical features. Okay, geographical features. Next one is cultural or man-made features. That means what the human-made or man-made features, railway, bridges, building, hospitals, schools, etc. Many things. So the topographical map can show these two type of features also in that map. One is physical features and another one is a man-made or a cultural features. Okay, and how they are showing these features and with the help of um, uh, this type of symbols. Okay, so this type of universally accepted symbols only, and we can call it as a key of the map or the legend of the map. So anybody we can use that. Okay, so the topo sheet also shows this is the key part of the topo sheet I highlighted here. In every topo sheets you can see this also. Okay, so in topo sheet, physical and the man-made features are showing with the help of keys. Okay, and this is the basic or the fundamental of a topography. Those who are not learning this fundamental, you cannot solve even one question also from this topographical sheets. That is what I said. You please watch the video till end. I'll make this video parts by parts and we will discuss more on that. And at the end of this modules, you people will able to score 20 out of 20 in a topographical sheet, no doubt. Okay, grid references. Okay, what are grids? What grid reference is one of the important thing, and before that we wanted to know about what are grids. Okay, so here I drawn two vertical lines. Okay, so these are the two vertical lines. In sixth standards and smaller classes we learned, okay, latitudes and the longitudes. Okay, in topographical sheet we won't call it as what latitudes and the longitudes. We will use another term, that is what eastings and the northings. Okay, so these vertical lines are eastings. Okay, why it is known as eastings? Okay, the line that increases in value eastwards are known as eastings. Okay, the line that increases in value eastwards are known as eastings. Okay, so here we know the directions. Okay, so we know the direction. This is north part, isn't it? North. And this is the east part. This is the east part, and where the number or the values increases towards the east, such type of lines are known as what? Eastings. Okay, the lines that increases in value eastwards are known as easting. So this is the most important thing from a topographical map. First one is eastings. Okay, so let's get into the next part. This is the most important part or the basic of a topography. First one is, first you must know about what is easting. The line increases, that increases in value eastwards are known as a easting. This is the best way to recall in your mind. Always you will get the confusion. Eastings and the northings. Okay, so next one is what? Northings. Northings, first one is vertical line and these are the horizontal lines. Okay, so the lines that increases in value northwards are called the northings. Okay, northwards, it's going up, it's towards the north. The number increases towards the north, or the lines that increases towards the north is known as what? Northings. So the eastings and the northings are the two important basic concepts from topography. And here is the one preview of this real topographical sheet. You can see here 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So these are what? Eastings. That means the values increases towards the east. And you can see the value here 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, like that it goes up to 24. That means from here, and this is the reference point of our map. Okay, so that we are telling this as what? Northings, because it's increases towards the north. So these type of eastings and the northings are very important for your topographical sheet. First you understood, and very easily you can recall in your mind this the value which increases towards the east is eastings, and the value which increases towards the north, it's known as northings. Okay, so when these northings and the eastings, okay, intersect, these northings and the eastings cut across each other to form squares or grids. Okay, so this square is known as grid. So it's a contribution of two eastings and two northings. Okay, so like that, numerous 10. Okay, in every topo sheet we can see what? 10 eastings and 10 northings also. Together it's make some grids over there. That squares over there, and that squares are known as what? Grids. Okay, so the northings and the eastings cut across each other to form squares or grids. Squares or grids. So next is the important question for your examination. This is in every exams, the board question. This is the first question. 90% we can expect this. This is the first question, important question. Four figure grid reference. Find the figure grid reference of this particular. Okay, I made few symbols here. I did not get conventional symbols and all. So for your understanding, I made few things here. Now we are going to find out the four figure grid reference of these symbols. Okay, so for finding the four figure grid reference, okay, one theory is there, or one important thing you keep in your mind. First we will take the value of eastings, then we will take the value of northings. Okay, four figure means four numbers. These are two numbers. Suppose if I'm writing here 3108, I'll get what? Four figures here. So this 31 is the value of eastings and 08 is the value of northings. Okay, like that we are finding or locating a particular thing. Maybe it's a spot height or triangulated height or a temple, whatever they can ask. Okay, just find the four figure grid reference means you have to find the grid of that particular thing or particular object. Okay, so here we are going to find out the four figure grid reference of this. Okay, and I told here, I mentioned first you take the value of easting, second you take the value of a northings. Okay, so first value here, okay, this is the eastings value 32. Okay, so 32 eastings and the northings make a square or a grid. Okay, in which grid it is, that is the question. Okay, so first we will take the value of easting, that is the value of 32 is the easting's value 32. From here to here it's a 32. From here only 33 starts. So this part, this thing is comes under the grid square of 32, or the value of easting is 32. So here I will write 32. Okay, I got two figures. Next I am moving to the another part. I wanted to find out the next two figures, so that I need to take the value of a northings. Okay, so 08 over this part, this particular temple or a light house is not in this 08 square, and it comes to 09. 09, this 09 starts from here to till here 09, so it comes under this particular square or a northing. So I will write here a 09. So this particular temple or a house or whatever you can say, so the particular temple or a house, four figure grid reference means what can we write here? First we will write the value of 32, and second we will write the value of uh, 09. So in this way we will find out all the grid references. Okay, so next again we need to find out this, I just assume this as a hospital. Okay, find out the four figure grid reference of this hospital. First what we want to take, first we need to take the value of eastings 31. Second we need to take the value of northing 10. So we will write a 3110. Okay, so 3110 is a four figure grid reference. Again we will come to this lighthouse. Okay, so find the four figure grid reference of this lighthouse. First we need to take the value of eastings 33. Second one we have to take the value of northing 08. So this one value is what, 3308. In this way you can find out the four figure grid reference easily. 1 marks safe in your pocket. So please learn this, how to find out four figure grid reference. It is a very important question. Only one thing you keep in your mind, first you need to take the value of easting, second you take the value of northings. Okay, so let's get into the next part. Next important topic is six figure grid reference. Okay, so this is also one of the important question for your examination. First four figure grid reference, and second one is six figure grid reference. So what is six figure grid reference? Six figure, that means we need the value, six values we need. Okay, so we know very well how to find out what the four figure grid reference. First we will take the value of easting, second we will take the value of northings. Okay, so in for finding the six figure grid reference, you just want to do one more thing. Okay, again two figures also you have to add, then only it will become as what, six figure. Okay, so what the principle what we used in four figure grid reference, the same thing we are using. Okay, I highlighted here these scribbled only, you don't mind. Okay, so this is the eastings of 32 and this is the eastings of 33. Okay, this is the northings of a 09 and this is the northings of a 10. Okay, 09 010 32 33. Okay, so we have the values of a eastings and the northings here. Okay, another two figures, how can we find out? Okay, so here I mentioned a dot. Okay, for anything you can suppose. Okay, I need to find out the exact location of this particular temple. Just assume this as a temple. I want to find out the particular location of this temple. How can I find out? The same principle I'm going to use. First I'm taking the value of eastings, the value 32. Okay, and another thing, please listen or note down this. We are going to divide this 32 eastings as 10 equal parts. Okay, 10 equal. Here for your understanding, I made a big grid over here, but in topo sheet you will get a 2 centimeter here, 2 centimeter here only. The perfect grid you will get. You can easily divide that 2 centimeter into 10. Okay, and one important transparent sheets available with your topo book. You can use that first few questions. After that, you try to do it by yourself. Okay, so here you wanted to divide this portion into 10 equal parts, and where that particular point come, here I divided 1 2 3 and the fourth one. When it comes the fourth, I got this, I can connect to this symbol from the fourth figure. So I wrote, first I wrote the Eastings figure 32. Second, I wrote the figure where I am getting the exact inner Easting, fourth section, fourth I mentioned here. Next, I am moving to the value of northing, 0 9. 0 9 I wrote here. And the 0 9 also, from here to here I told this northing's value. Okay, from here only 10 starts. Okay, so from here we are dividing this into 10 equal parts. This is the reference point is 0, 1, 2, 3, like that it goes. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got it, it's a 7. Okay, 7. So I wrote a 7 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got my 6-figure grid reference. Okay. In this way, you can find out the exact locations of a particular objects in our map, is a man-made or a physical, whatever the features we can find out. So this is also another important question for your board examination. You must practice more, then only it will be very interesting. Basic principles used in everywhere, then whenever you are practicing more, you will get more understanding about that. Okay, so that is what 6-figure grid reference. Next one is scales and directions. Okay, so scales and direction, through three important questions you can expect for your examination. What is scales and directions? A map represents the features of the surface of the earth in a miniature form. Hence, a map needs to be drawn to scale to depict the features of areas it represents. Okay, for 1,000 kilometer, lakh kilometers and all, it's not possible to depict in the exact measurement. So always maps takes a scale. Okay, so that scale help us to what find or include all the features in a particular map. So what is scale? A map distance between 2 points by ground distance between 2 points. Okay, this one map distance, what measurement we have taken in a map, and this one is actual ground distance. Okay, example it is here 1 centimeter to 1 kilometer. That means this 1 centimeter is map distance and 1 kilometer is actual distance or the ground distance. That means the 1 kilometer features they will include in this 1 centimeter itself, so that within 1 centimeter they can include all the features of a 1 kilometer radius things. Okay, so that is what this is the particular scale. Or 1 inch to 5 miles, that means this is the scale of the map. 1 inch, every inch include, or every inch takes a 5 miles informations. Okay, and 1 centimeter to 2.5 kilometer. In every map you can see at the foot of that map what scale they have used for that. Okay, so 1 centimeter, if it's in a map, it is equal to 2.5 kilometer on the ground, or ground distance between 2 points. This is the basic idea of scales. Okay, scale, it's very much needed. Okay, without scale we can say it as a sketch or a route map or something like that only, but for map representation we need the scale. Always maps uses the scales to depict the things in the map. Okay, so next one is representative fraction. Okay, so scales of the map, so many other things are there, but we are focusing the topography, so I'm going to discuss about the topographical scale representation. Okay, what is RF? This is one representative fraction, short form only I mentioned here, RF. You can find the same thing in your question paper also. What is RF? Okay, I told many theories are not there to discuss. You have only few theories to discuss or learn. Such type of one theory part only, this what is RF. Some of the question paper we have seen that this question what is RF. And what is the main advantage of RF? The explanation I given here, in this method, the scale is represented as the ratio of the length of a line on the map and the corresponding actual distance on the earth surface. Okay, and here it's not like a scale, it's like a represent ratio only, it is mentioned here. Here you can see topo sheet R for the ratio 1 is to 50,000 they have given. This is the one important answer for what is the RF of the map or the given map extract. 1 is to 50,000. This is the topo sheet RF always we use. And advantage of this RF means, main advantage of RF is that it is only a fraction and is independent of any particular unit of measurement. It can be converted into any unit of measurement and has a universal application. So it is known as what the international scale or a natural scale. That means we can convert into any particular unit of a measurement. That is the benefit of RF. So that it is universally or it's known as what international scale or a natural scale, and universally it's applies. Okay, so here what is RF, what is the main advantage of RF? Two questions, this theory the students should by heart from your textbook or the reference books. Okay, and the topo sheet RF is 1 is to 50,000. And three answers you will get it from a topo sheet. Here is the key point I mentioned, key of the topo sheet I depicted here. And the three answers, it's very beneficial for the children. Please understand it's very well. What are those three answers? Okay, three answers from the topo map itself. What is the RF in the given map extract? Okay, so you can see here, what is the RF here? 1 is to 50,000. Okay, 1 is to 50,000. And another one you can see here, the contour interval. This is the second question. What is the contour interval depicts in this map? Okay, the contour interval is 20 meters. Another one is the linear scale, 2 centimeter to 1 kilometer. That is the linear scale of this map at 2 centimeter to 1 scale. So these are the three questions usually it's asked in board examination also. RF of the map, 1 is to 50,000. Linear scale of the map, 2 centimeter to 1 kilometer. And the contours interval is 20 meters. Many times the students won't focus these points and they won't write the answers also. So you please note this, and you will get these three answers without learning or by hearting from your books. Okay, so this is the another important point. Next one, I mentioned here question, what is the RF in the given map extract? What is the linear scale? RF here, linear scale here, and the contour interval. What is the contour interval in the given map extract? It is 20 meters, it is mentioned here. So this also another important question for your examination. Next important topic from our topo sheet is the directions. Okay, we started our segment with the scales and the directions. Scales we discussed and the directions. Okay, smaller classes you learned the four cardinal direction and intermediate directions. Okay, so here north, from north we start, north, south, east, west, north, south, east, west. Okay, in between you can see the four extra directions also here. Where we are using this direction, it helps us to locate places in which direction that particular. And here we have 8 cardinal points. Okay, north, in between north and east, it's known as northeast. Okay, and in between south and east, it is known as what? Southeast. In between south and west, it is known as what? Southwest. In between north and west, it is known as what? Northwest. Northwest direction. Okay, so four major direction and four intermediate directions are very important. And usually in answer keys and all, you can see the degrees also, but directions are very important. This is 360 degree, and this you can say it's as a 45 degree. This east location it comes as a 90 degree. Southwest it comes as 135 degree, and you can exactly the south half of this 180 degree. And the southwest is 225 degree, here 270 degree, and 315 degree. Okay, so like that. But these directions are important rather than what the degrees: north, south, east, west, northeast, southeast, southwest, and the northwest. Okay, so this direction will help you to solve two questions in your topo sheet. That is what the directions are very important. What are those questions? Okay, where to use this direction questions? Okay, so first one is to find location from one place to another place, and second one is to find the flow of the river. In these two, mainly in these two questions, the direction concepts will help us. Okay, so to find a location from one place to another place. Okay, for example, here one post office, okay, it's a settlement, and from here to here this settlement, what direction I can say? From here to here it's a north direction. Okay, and here to here, from this settlements to this settlement, what it is not the exact east location, it is what we can say what the northeast location, like that. This will help us to what find the location from one place to another place. So you have to divide the direction itself here: north, south, northeast, southwest, like that. You just draw the location here and you can find out from, and from, and two, that two things are very important. Okay, so read twice the questions and attend it. Okay, so this direction concept will help us to find out the direction or the location of x, y, z settlements or whatever it is. Next one is to find the flow of the river. To find the flow of the river, direction plus you wanted to learn one more thing also, it's a spot height that we will discuss in next modules. Okay, so this direction concept over, and the important questions from here: find four-figure grid reference, find the four-figure grid reference and the six-figure grid reference also. Four-figure grid reference, I told you here. We first learn the eastings, then we first learn here. First learn the eastings and the northings. First we will take the value of eastings, second we will take the value of northings. For example, here 31 is the first figure, first two figures, and 10 is the second figures. And here in this case, 32 is the first figure and 09 is the second figure. Like that you can find out the four-figure grid reference. Okay, and the six-figure grid reference we mentioned here. That is the second question. Try to find out the six-figure grid reference. Six-figure grid reference here. First you take the value of eastings and divided the eastings into 10 equal, and where you are getting the exact location in which point, that one figure you are going to write here. And second you will take the value of northings, and that northings you will write here, and again we will divide the northings into 10 equal parts, and where you are getting that exact location, that we will mark here. Then we will get the exact location or the six-figure grid reference. That is the one question of a four-figure grid reference and the six-figure grid reference. Okay, and second one is what is RF? Define. It is mentioned here in this module. You can go back and check that. Mention the RF scale in the map given extract. Already we mentioned three important questions are there. You can find out that three important questions. RF is there, linear scale is there. Here we discussed already. One is to 50,000 and linear scale 2 centimeter to 1 kilometer, and the contour interval also. Okay, and like that, the next question, it is mentioned linear scale in the given map, and find the direction from x to z. I mentioned here x to z means in question paper you will get the exact name or the exact question they will give. Okay, so from this settlement to this settlement name will be there, and direction of the river flow. In these areas we can use what the direction concepts. Okay, so after finding these tips and tricks how to find out and learn the theories very well, so topography will be very easy. Okay, thank you for watching this video. If you feel this video is very good for you, please hit the like button, share to others, and for more notifications, subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon. Keep watching, stay tuned, and thank you once again. Thank you very much for watching this video. Be happy. Bye bye.